Today's episode on Game Changers in Agriculture is MacKellar Farms out of Alvinston, Ontario. Who'd ever heard of the word edamame? Well, Jacob MacKellar did. These are edible soybeans for salads, widely used in China and Japan, and lots of imports from those countries into Canada. He decided we should grow it in Canada. Highly successful, so successful that we're now exporting to the US and we're exporting back to Asia. Another win-win for Canadians.
Okay, so we're here at MacKellar Farms. This is our family farm of 3 generations. It's myself, Jacob, my brother Adam, my dad David, and my grandfather Alex. Traditionally, we've been a cash crop farm of soybeans, corn, and wheat with a focus on seed production, which is seed production for soybeans and winter wheat. So a lot of the crops we would traditionally grow, we store, process in the wintertime, and sell to other farmers in the spring. A few years back, I was actively looking for opportunities to develop a new crop on the farm, and we learned a little bit about edamame, which is a vegetable soybean. Edamame originally gained traction in North America through the sushi bar explosions, I guess you'd say, in 1980 and 1990. From there, people really enjoyed it as the main appetizer, and it's kind of moved into more mainstream grocery now. So when I first learned about edamame, I had no idea what it was, and upon learning that it was in fact just a soybean, I thought, why can't we grow this here in Ontario? And so that's what it's all about. We're providing a local source for the edamame for consumers here in North America, because right now 99% of all the edamame consumed here is actually imported from China. So we're here right in the edamame field right now. This is one of our later maturing varieties. If you can see from the pods, there's quite a few 3-bean pods, and the thickness of the pods is very good. So size, thickness, and taste and color are all the main attributes of edamame that distinguish it from a regular soybean. So when harvest approaches, there's really 2 ideal days to harvest edamame for every planting day. That's when the pod is at its fullest, the sugars are at their peak, and it's just before the plant starts to slow down and dry down into seed. That's when the flavor is the best and the highest yield can be obtained. So since there's 2 ideal days to harvest edamame for each planting, when it's time to harvest, it's time to harvest. Picking in the early morning is ideal because there's no heat in the field. So we'll typically start at about 3 a.m. in the morning, get started, whether it's rain or shine, and pick right through for the rest of the day until everything is harvested in good quality. This crop does take a lot more care and attention and management than a regular soybean. We're always constantly monitoring it throughout the season for irrigation or any pests or diseases. In general, this is a more high management crop. It'd be more typical to a dry bean or specialty vegetable in comparison to a regular dry soybean. So across the farm, we have a number of different soil types. We always try and match soil types with crops. Here in this edamame field, this is a slightly lighter or loamier soil, and we try to avoid growing the edamame on any field that doesn't have high fertility or good drainage. So in this local area, there's lots of farms, and that would work very well for edamame. We always try to keep close to an irrigation source as well, just in case of a severe drought. So when we first started growing this crop and experimenting with it, we really didn't know how to market it. And the easiest way to go to market with it was to actually start our own brand for the all-natural health food store market here in Canada. Those specialty stores really promote and help out local producers. So it was a great way for us to get started and start offering a local product besides the Chinese imports. So we sell about 10 to 15% of our harvested crop this way here in our MacKellar Farms brand. So it's really a smaller part of the volume. A large part of our business with the crop is sold bulk to international buyers here in Canada and then also in the States. And essentially those buyers would already be importing container loads of edamame from China, and they say, hey, let's purchase from a North American supplier a good quality local product. So we would ship in 1,000-pound totes bulk product, which they would then package into different store brand packages or food service formats.
Well, I didn't know anything about it at the beginning, but after he explained it to me, and yeah, it's diversifying the farm, and Also, it's a crop that's not exposed to the highs and lows and all the volatility in some of our other main crops. So the price is a little more stable, which is good in this environment today.
So we're in a good place right now. We're happy with our acreages. We'd like to continue to grow the edamame business. Our biggest challenge moving forward will be securing more processing capacity. We have a great partnership with a processor now in Delhi, and we hope to continue to grow the capacity so we can produce more edamame in the future.